Hello and welcome back, students. Today we are going to continue the chapter number 2, MS Access 2016 of your computer book. We have already seen how to create the table and how to see the data and make the fields and which type of data we can insert in that. So we are going to continue with the topic manipulating data. So manipulating data means adding, inserting, deleting. These are called manipulating the data. So in MS Access 2016, we have seen the records with the name, phone number, address, email address, and website. Many type of data we can insert in the MS Access record. Now we have the first one, add a new record or the row. That's called row. We already know that the table in the table the data is inserted. That's called row and column. That's made up by row and column. So the row we have to insert. If you want to add a new record, place the cursor at the last value of the field and press tab key or right click on a row and choose new record. That's very easy. The last uh, column you have made here, and you have to right click over there and you have to click insert field over here, and if you want to uh, pressing the tab key, it will be adding a new column. Now the next one is add new field, that is column. So now here, if you want to make column, so here the first row, add a new row. So adding the row, here it is the new one, the last one, you have to press here, it will be inserted new row. And if you want to make column, so you have to click here and right click and make the new field, that will be adding column. And row, here the last record will be there. After that, press tab key, it will be created new row. Now update a record, the record which is already stored. So how to edit or update? If you want to modify a record, simply click in the cell that you want to update or modify and type the new value, just like of MS Excel. MS Excel In MS Excel, you click on the cell and you just write and it is getting updated, just like that. How to delete row or column field? If you want to delete a specific row column, select the entire column by clicking on the row header and column or column header and press the delete key. So the whole column will be deleted. And similarly, if you want to if you delete the row, you can delete the row by selecting whole row like this. The row, it is selected, and right click. After right clicking, it is getting the delete record option here. Next is primary key. Primary, as we know that the name primary is itself says that the most important one and the only one in the table. Primary key identifies each record uniquely in the table. It can either be a normal attribute that is guaranteed to be unique or can be generated by the DBMS. As written there, guaranteed to be unique. If you are making a record of people in a colony, so you are writing the name, address, and the job they are doing, and email address. So email address itself unique. So if you are making a field or column, if you are making a field record that is uh, email, so that must be unique. So you make that primary key. Through that primary key, you can search the name of people. Primary key may consist of a single attribute or multiple attributes in combinations. Means a single column can be a primary key, or in combination means two column or three columns can be primary key all together. For example, we have a students table that contains a record for each student at a university. The student ID number would be a good choice for a primary key. ID number, let's see the roll number. Roll number is unique for a class, means in a class only one student will be having the roll number 1, and one only will be having number 2, number 3, like this. Not no two students will get the same roll number in a same class. The student's first and last name would not be a good choice, as there is always a chance that more than one student might have the same name. So if you want to make the first name or last name as unique, so it will not be a good choice, because uh, in one class it is possible that one name Rahul, so many students can be there whose name is Rahul. Okay, so primary key must be unique in a table. Next is relationship of the tables. So the relationship is used to cross reference information between tables. In a relational database, the data is one table is related to the data in other tables. So if you have made two tables like student then address, so you can get that, make the connection of that table student to the table address. A table relationship work by matching data in key fields, often a field with the same name in the both tables. If you have made two tables, one table name is student, one table name is address, and in student table you have written student name, and in table address you also have written in that student name, so you can match with that. In both the table the name Shalini is there, so both name Shalini you can match and you can get the address of Shalini from the second table. Tables can be related in one of three different ways: one to one, one to many, and many to many. Three relationship are there. See here, a one to one relationship, one to many, and many to many relationship. One table is connected to one record connected to one record, that is called one to one. One is to many. Let's see. In a one-to-one relationship, each record is in one table has at most one related record in other table. It means that records in table 1 have only one matching record in table 2 and vice versa. Means first table, if say the student and address, one student will be having only one address and one address will be related to only one student. That is called one-to-one relationship. One-to-many one-to-many relationship, often referred to as a master detail or parent-child relationship. It is used to relate one record from one table to many records in another table. It means that records in table 1 has many matching records in table 2, but table 2 has only one matching record in table 1. See that chart. Table 1 cricket team, table 2 cricketers. So in one table, a cricket team may have many cricketers. Many cricketers can be uh, get connected or get the relation only one cricket team. So one to many. Next is many to many. Okay, the first table will be having the many relationship to the second table, and second table with the vice versa. A many-to-many relationship means that for each record in one table there can be many records in another table, and for each record in the second table there can be many in the first. Many-to-many relationships cannot be directly represented in relational database programs and have to be built by using two or more one-to-one relationship. Saying that students and subject, one student can take many subjects, and one subject can be loved or liked by many students. Okay, so now next is creating relationship. How to create relationship between tables? You can create relationship by placing common fields in tables that are related and defining relationship between your tables. So we have already seen the relationship between the tables. So the field name must be same. So through that field name we can match with the next table. So how to create? Step 1, create the tables and open one of them, click on the database tools. So here it is. Here you can see that relationship types, so you can click the database tools, then in step 2 you can click the relationships from the relationship group. So group is there, relationship group, you can click on the object dependencies or relationships, you can click the relationships. So now step 3 saying that In step 3, select the tables and click on add button. Select another table to link, click on add button. So you can add over here with the address one. This one will be there. Step 3, you can get the field name here, address and friend. So which through which field you can get the relationship to the another table. Two fields we have, address and friends. So which one you need to do that, so you can select and click on the add button. Then click on the close button, drag the primary key to the parent table and drop it to the same field in the child table. So here one is a parent and one is child, so you can take and drag to the this one and it will be created. Now here it will be created. Click on the create button, relationship will be created. Now you can save your work. Okay, so now to open existing access database, so one database already stored in that one, so how to open it? The steps are there. Click on the file tab. So file tab already over there, you will get that file tab. Here it is, file tab. Click on open button, so you can get the open button here. Once you click the file tab, you will get the open button. Click on the browse option, so here will be browse option. Here it is, select the database file in open dialog box. So open dialog box, here the databases, many databases are created. Now you can select any database with the name and you can click on the open button, it will get opened. So this is the end of your chapter Access 2016. If you have any problem, you're facing confusion, you can message here itself, you can comment here, you can message me on WhatsApp. I'll be answering each and every question. You can you can ask the question anytime. You are free to ask your question and it will get answered. Thank you very much.